Happy New Year and welcome to West Country, your new ITV station for the Southwest.
We look forward to bringing you to West Country. Des is curious and Curly's desperate now in Coronation Street.
TV.
Now in West Country, it's Juventus versus Real Madrid. The UEFA Champions Final, live.
Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday, the 11th of August, and welcome to a day of a special live broadcast. Well, what an amazing day we've got lined up for you at 10:30, Eclipse Live, aided by state-of-the-art cameras and expert astronomers. Richard Bath is at Pendennis Castle in Falmouth, and Alison Johns is in Truro. This is the only place for exclusive regional broadcasting. I hope you'll stay with us. Here we go. Eclipse, the final countdown.
At Dunsford near Exeter. There's Hubert close to the edge with James Whale after the ITN headlines.
Good morning and a Happy New Year from West Country, your new television service for the South West. We're bound for Australia at 10:30 to meet a family attempting to survive in the outback. That's Ratbag Hero. Then following the news, Sophie faces a challenge in Home and Away. But first, comedy with Gabrielle and the Doodle Man.
This afternoon, there's a taste of celebrity house style at the home of comedienne Faith Brown. That's at 2:15, but now some new domestic arrangements in the offing in Summer Bay.
Annalee's detective skills are stretched to the limit at 9 when she encounters a deadly problem, though there's very little escaping the attentions of Jeremy Beadle.
Now in West Country, this morning's film is based on Anna Sewell's much-loved story of a horse called Black Beauty.
On Channel 4 Brookside, here it's the final chapter in this series of My Good Friend.
More comic cuts from the home movies now on West Country. You've been framed with Jeremy Beadle. Coming up in half an hour, the ITN News, followed by motorsport on a grand scale with Bigfoot, king of the monster trucks. But now, Summer Bay. Our bank holiday movie, which starts in 5 minutes, is based on Anna Sewell's horsey adventures of Black Beauty. First, it's cartoon time. A giant challenge of driving skill at 12:40 today for Bigfoot, the king of the monster trucks. But now our movie, Black Beauty.
On Channel 4, Greenpeace, end of an era. Here on West Country, we share some astonishing secrets in Surprise, Surprise.
We'll be reporting for duty with the Bill in half an hour on West Country after tonight's brief encounters. Detective Jim Taggart continues his investigations at 9 tonight, but now trouble for McCann. Now we'll continue the current investigation for Jim Taggart. Now on West Country, Ruth Langsford prepares for more brief encounters.
Now a deadly slumber for Inspector Morse.
Now, a charming dragon called Elliot takes a young foster boy under his wing in our Disney musical, Pete's Dragon.
Now, fun and suspense are odds-on favourites in You Bet.
Now in West Country, we come to the sizzling conclusion of Jilly Cooper's Riders.
Now our monthly look at the West at work in West Country Focus.
In tonight's episode of The Bill, beginning in 30 minutes, Boyden feels a heroic deed deserves to be richly rewarded, but Monroe has other ideas. Right now, it's Coronation Street, and it seems the ghost of Christmas past has come to haunt Elf. Now, stories of Christmases past are about to be swapped under the tree. Let's join Old Bear. Well, now we signal the start of a daring escape plan aboard Von Ryan's Express. Now we open the passport to more great holiday destinations as we join Sarah Cameron on the travel trail. Now Shane takes Fisher to task over Angel's new career. Right now, charity always wins as Darren Day sets the challenges in You Bet.
The story of Black Beauty is coming up in our film at 10:15, but first it's cartoon time.
Now, diamond smugglers, drug dealers and the KGB, all in a day's work for 007, The Living Daylights.
Now on West Country, the music action heroes are here in The Chart Show.
Now on West Country, the last in the present series of Brief Encounters.
While Channel 4 investigates a nightmare in Provence, we're off to Sun Hill, home ground for The Bill.
Well, now the flame of passion glows for Butcher, while the rest of the King's Own are given a task that could be too hot to handle in Soldier Soldier. This is West Country. Now for the latest news on this New Year's Day, we join ITN. Now, just what is the truth behind the sinking of the Gaul? Shaken but not stirred now, Judy's on traffic patrol. On Channel 4, Grow Your Greens. Here, a case that's not so cut and dried in The Bill. Over on Channel 4, Wild Britain. On West Country now, the curtain goes up at the Alexandra Palace on the Brit Awards 1994. Now there's live soccer coverage from Washington in World Cup 94. On 4 Brookside, and I mentioned that tonight's late news from ITN will be at 11:15. Now, World Cup 94.
Over on Channel 4, people first, while here on West Country we take a spin to win big cash prizes.
Now a trip to old London town.
Now our New Year's Eve mystery from the pen of Agatha Christie, David Suchet is once again Hercule Poirot. Now on West Country, that was the year that was on Link.
The National Trust and Focus with Julian Pettifer. Coming now, DC Lions faces up to his past in The Bill.
Good morning from West Country. It's Wednesday, the 18th of January. Ted Robbins has some more chain letters. First, a quick look ahead to see what's in store.
Now the little piggy that didn't go to market.
Now an elevating experience for Rob and Roxy in Home and Away. Now it's a time of reflection for the residents of Emmerdale. And now someone is about to make Dr. David Banner very, very angry.
Brookside's over on Channel 4. Here on West Country, take your seat for tonight's film, the comedy Three Men and a Little Lady.
A crime with a high price to pay is investigated now by Burt Reynolds. Now, a little later than billed, Robert Redford is the bookworm who has to wriggle away from danger in 3 days of the Condor.
A grim secret, a vast fortune, and a wartime wrong. Now Michael Caine, Anthony Andrews and Victoria Tennant star.
Now, Pop Star's Boy's Own surprise a young fan as we join Cilla Black for a new series of Surprise, Surprise.
And just ahead of Paul McKenna, a sombre day dawns for the residents of Coronation Street. Now it's time to look in on the folk of Wandin Valley, where Luke looks to the skies.
Now on West Country, more challenges for charity in You Bet.
Hello and a warm welcome to West Country on this Wednesday, the 22nd of March. The midweek chain letters gets underway in just a moment.
Now the sports field brings about an unlikely partnership up in the Derbyshire Dales in peak. Now Scotland face up to the Ivory Coast as they step out on the road to the Rugby World Cup. Now on West Country, the nation remembers. Now on West Country, it's the Russ Abbott Show. Over on Channel 4, it's Desmond's. Here on West Country, are we in the fast lane to chaos? Car wars in Weldon action.
On West Country now in stereo, it's the Chart Show.
Now high-flying down under in Summer Bay, passions are running at an all-time high.
Cilla has the final blind date of the series at 7:15. That's right after You Bet.
Now life at Aidensfield is about to change forever. Now is Selina just about to be swept off her feet in Home and Away. Hello and welcome to West Country. £2,000 is the Trolley Dash prize on supermarket sweeps starting shortly. First, what's on the list for...
Now on West Country, time for a review of the 1995 Rugby World Cup. Now on West Country, time for our film, the Disney fantasy, A Mom for Christmas. Christmas Eve continues now on West Country with festive funny moments from the world of home video in You've Been Framed.
Good morning to you, wherever you are in the southwest, and welcome on this Christmas Day to programmes from West Country. Well, our Yuletide offerings start now with a live Christmas morning worship. But now on West Country, the classic tale of Wind in the Willows.
Now on West Country, Jim Carrey's new film Ace Ventura 2 is previewed in movies, games and video.
Returning with a new series of Sunday lunchtime debates, it's Jonathan Dimbleby. On West Country now, it's live to Wembley Stadium, where Bob Wilson introduces the tournament curtain raiser of Euro 96.
Now it's Scotland versus Holland and more from today's highlights of Euro 96.
On West Country now, it's the return of Ruth Langsford with the award-winning series Brief Encounters.
Over on Channel 4, it's Ian Hislop's School Rules. Here on West Country, it's All Right on the Night. Well, Post-Mortem is over on Channel 4. Here on West Country, we open Dennis Norden's second Laughter File. Now, West Country, our Monday evening continues in San Francisco with Nash Bridges.
Now, based on the exploits of a real-life secret agent, Topaz, and it all begins in a square that can be taken as read.
There's a blind date with Scylla in an hour right after You Bet. Now, stranglehold must be released before a conviction can be made in the bill. Over on Channel 4 ER, here let's join the laughter master, Dennis Norden.
Now in West Country, here's Matthew Kelly with more charity challenges.
Now in West Country, a rescue mission for Percy the Park Keeper.
Right now, beware of that ray unless you want to get shrunk.
Now on West Country, happy Hogmanay to Philip and Anthea.
Friday evening here on West Country starts now with an invitation to come on down. Back to this morning as the balloon goes up on some animated antics. Now in West Country, it's Dog and Boy versus the World in the enchanting movie, Bingo. Brookside's over on Channel 4. Here on West Country, good material for You've Been Framed with the Blind Men.
Now, Jim Rosenthal outlines the Daredevil driving tactics in this afternoon's Formula One meeting in San Marino.
But now on West Country, manic comedy in the Freddie Starr Show.
This is West Country, live to France now for the first day's play and live coverage of second Group A clash, Morocco v Norway, World Cup 98.
There's a roundup of the regional news and sports stories, plus a look ahead to the weekend weather in West Country Live, beginning earlier than usual in half an hour. And that's just enough time to take in some of Beatles' hot shots. On West Country now, let's join the circle of friends, all waiting to play the big wheel game with John Leslie.
It's the Bond premiere here in 30 minutes. But first, just 15 questions. That's all it takes to win $1 million. So now in West Country, part of that new look tea time, how about Peter Gordon for starters? We pay compliments to the chef in 30 minutes, but first, Graham's cynical game continues. Coming up at 6 o'clock, West Country Live is first with the region's news and features. Before that, right now, please be upstanding for Judge Judy.
The Emma Monahan outlines all today's leading world and national news stories in 30 minutes, following this evening's regional news in West Country Live.
Doing the right thing now on West Country, it's Tuesdays, Home and Away. Now on West Country, a cash flow problem and a difference of opinion on Home and Away. Now in West Country, the very best in good food, as we pay compliments to the chef.
Now Will is confused and angry as Irene hands out an olive branch in Home and Away.
Now though on West Country, the latest news headlines from ITN.
Living life.
On Fort Brookside, here Bob Wilson introduces the match live. Now at 6:15, it's time to cross over to the news team at ITN.
Designs on Drama now West Country with Charlie Grace.
Now West Country, a quick look at the Wednesday morning national and international headlines from our studios at ITN. Spanning the southwest with regional coverage exclusive to West Country. Eclipse Live.